in a minute.
Let's go. Welcome to another episode of the Impel Fort Podcast. This episode is brought to you by Impel Fort Merch, impelfortmerch.com. Renee called me out, so I had to say impelfortmerch.com. Make sure you subscribe and follow Impel Fort Merch. Impel Fort Merch.
All right, 1, 2, 3, or 10.
1, 2, 3, or 10. Impelfortmerch.com. All things Impel Fort Merch. What's going on, people?
What
up? What up? Y'all
Glad to see y'all.
from the holidays.
Yeah, y'all went partying.
Listen. I can hang. You know what? Larry and KP all right with me. I can hang with both Larry and KP. We on now. Larry, Larry's a family man, so he know his quitting time. But KP, me and KP, we on the same type of time, and I love that for us.
I was out, yo. I had my quota, my 2 cigars, my 2 drinks, say my goodbyes, peace. I'm holla at y'all.
I get it. I do get it.
To the house.
Yeah.
Come on, show my face.
You was outside. The 3 of us was outside. One person didn't want,
Man, what day was that? Wednesday or Thursday?
Thursday.
It was a Thursday night, yeah.
Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I might can get you on this Friday or Saturday, but weekdays depend on what it is. I ain't gonna be around no smoke anyway. Y'all smoking cigars.
Listen, it was outside.
Yeah, I only like walking out the door in a store when somebody's standing by the door smoking a cigarette.
I don't like that either. But a cigarette and a cigar are 2 different things.
Yeah, I agree with KP on that.
That's what they say.
For some strange reason, though, the smell wasn't lingering, but there wasn't no wind either. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like
it's outside. It wasn't a cigarette.
Yeah, it was. It was good vibes with everybody.
All good vibes, man. I was good getting out with you guys. Outside of the podcast, good people, good energy, man. You can't beat that.
And I think they're gonna have that every Thursday. So
that's what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, should be.
I'm gonna rock with y'all. I'm gonna rock with y'all again. Yeah.
We did come to the conclusion that in order to get you outside, Leon Trump.
Mm-hmm. I know you're talking.
You gotta go through somebody else.
Nico.
Because Nico will go outside a little bit.
Oh yeah, she'll go outside, but that's so you saying she got to go for me to go? Is that what you saying?
A little bit. We'll say that if she gets your buy-in.
No, because if she want to go, she can go and I stay home. So that ain't the case either. So she do what she wanted to do.
Tell Nico to come outside.
Yeah. But look, here today, we wants to talk about this right here.
What we talking about?
Your passion, your purpose, your talents, and your gifts. That's what the topic of discussion is today.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I don't know if y'all thought about it, did your homework or in your head or really thought life over. But I want to talk about that today. So we're doing passion, gifts, purpose, and talent. So I'm gonna start. I guess I'll start with you, Renee. KP always say ladies first. Definition of passion. I'm gonna start right there. Passion is a strong emotion or enthusiasm for something. It's what excites and drives you, often without external reward. Now, that's the definition. But what is your
well to expound on that definition too? Of course, y'all know I don't do homework, but
yeah. Well, let's say okay.
But no,
key traits. I'm gonna give you some key traits.
No. What I'm saying to expound on that definition, because most of the times we use Webster. If you go down a passage, Webster also defines passion as the suffering that Jesus Christ did on the cross to forgive us for our sins, right? And so, because Webster was a Christian, and so he says the suffering that Jesus Christ did for us on the cross. That's how we define passion. Obviously, Mel Gibson's movie, The Passion of the Christ, tells you more about how Webster really defined that. And so when I look at that, I just want to, that's the framework and where I come from. So I just want to input. I wanted to input.
So you're kind of, give a biblical principles on it on the word passion?
Well,
I understand,
it ties in, and it makes it jump off at the page a little bit more for you when you say someone or I am passionate about XYZ, right? And it's defined as the suffering that Jesus Christ did. And so, what are you willing to suffer and be persecuted for, but you still gonna do it?
I think he's looking at 2 ways.
Yeah,
I think it's looking at it's looking at 2 ways. Like I get both. I get what KP is saying, right? I also get what you're saying.
Well, yeah, we're not looking. We're not looking at it that way. What keep
you're a little too deep for him right now, KP.
Yeah. I mean, that's a topic for another day. You know, Larry don't like talking about that Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Larry a heathen.
100%.
So you saying that he's gonna start smoking over there, like and he's starting to burn up more work?
Larry is a heathen. Don't do my boy like that.
Hey, he expressed himself well, no. But listen, okay, key traits.
Okay, so
comes from within. Hold on, let me finish. Comes from within, fueled by interest and emotion. You can have multiple passions. You choose or discover it through experience. So what is your passion, Renee?
I would say 2 things: support and networking. Support, my passion is I support my friends and the people around me, right? So if they're doing something, they have something going on, business, you know, maybe they love something, I'm going to show support, and I'm passionate about supporting my friends and the people around them in whatever capacity that looks like, right? If they, you know, want to sing and I know deep down inside they don't know how to sing, I'm gonna be their background dancer. You know, I'm listen, that's what you want to do. I'm in the back, just, you know, cheering you on. Second one is gonna be networking. I love to bring people together. So I'm always, not necessarily, I don't want to say that I'm nosy, but I do want to say that I join a lot of Discord. So I'm in a lot of different groups, right? So I listen to certain things that of interest that maybe someone's doing. So I love to say, hey, I have a friend that you should talk to that, you know, I feel like you should connect with, and that could help you in some capacity, right? If it's, you know, if I feel like they should be connected in some way. Or, you know, even with friendships, like all of my friends in North Carolina get along with each other. Like I don't have, you know, some people are like, well, this friend can't hang around this friend. I probably have one friend that I probably kind of, you know, don't really have around all of my other friends. And that's because she's a family girl and she's just kind of similar to you, right? She's just does a lot of things with her husband and her kids. But all of my other friends all hang around each other. My friends in Portland all hang around each other. They all get along. And that to me is some of the things that I'm passionate about.
Okay. Larry.
Yo.
What is your passion?
Along the lines of support. I like helping people, but specifically helping people with challenges that I've gone through myself. You know, I figured out things for myself that I want to help people figure out that they're going through with now. Not saying I want to recreate the wheel, and I'm not an end all be all of knowledge and information, but there are things that I have gained my own experience through from trials and tribulations that I want to help people. And that's no different than when a parent wants to help their child go through things that they've already gone through. And so for me, my passion is trying to help people overcome those challenges that they're going through, that I've overcome myself, you know. And that's pretty much what the Modified Gentleman is about, is helping men get through a lot of life challenges and difficulties and obstacles that, you know, that kind of fly under the radar, that are not publicly spoken about and talked about, but I had to figure out for myself or do my homework and do my own research and find a way to get through those challenges. So now I want to help other people get through those challenges. So that's my passion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. KP.
Man, my passion is it can be more or less where Larry's coming from, um, being a help to others or being a conduit to link people to other thoughts and ideas and
Yeah.
maybe some things that they're dealing with. My passion comes from because I get a lot of people when they describe me to other people and they be like, "Oh man, that's KP." When he get passionate about something, he just go in on it. And I find that my passion is bringing light to a dark place, or bringing knowledge through wisdom, and to give somebody a different perspective of whatever the said issue is. I can get passionate about a lot of things, so it's not one thing, but the passion comes out of me when I'm discussing whatever that issue is. So it's kind of hard to explain, but if we're talking about being a role model for young men and gentlemen, as Larry says, I'll get passionate about that, teaching them how to tie their tie, look a man in the eye, shake his hand. This is how you do a resume. This is how you wear this. Don't let this come past your belt buckle. I can get passionate about that. I also can get passionate about other things that are known. So I think that my passion comes from a human morality type of place.
Yeah.
And I'll speak on things or be involved in things strictly based off of the passion that I have for humanity or my humans. And sometimes it hurts us because some people, most people, if not at all, don't want to hear it. Mm-hmm. And that the problem when your passion can never turn, it should turn into purpose, but we'll segue into that as you ask. But I would say those are some of the things. That's how I would define my life when it comes to passion or being passionate about something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you said, it could turn into purpose, and all these things, they kind of intertwine a little bit. I guess is that the word I'm looking for? Kind of. So yeah,
one leads to the other.
Yeah. And me, I have a passion for playing the guitar. Well, not playing the guitar.
Chill out, bro. Chill out.
The guitar.
Yeah,
that's my passion. Yeah,
electric guitar or acoustic?
Yeah. Acoustic. Right. It's a guitar. Acoustic is a guitar. It's just a type of guitar. Acoustic.
Oh, I'll just asking the type. That's all.
My daughter. Not out of guitar.
Where to put you at, man?
We said acoustic or so.
Okay, well.
Now, is this a new passion or is this something that you've?
No, it's been. I done had acoustic guitar. I done had acoustic guitars since 2002.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah. So if it's your passion.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure all of us could be woke up at 2:00 in the morning to go do it. Could you wake up at 2:00 and practice?
Right. No, that's coming after we get off this podcast tonight.
Okay.
But see, I always had a passion for it. But
that's what's up.
I took lessons twice. Pandemic.
Okay.
The pandemic was the last time I was taking lessons, and
okay. Have you gotten better?
It's been sitting here. And look, I look at it. There's something I look at, and y'all probably didn't see my Facebook post. Yesterday I did a Facebook post, a live. I did it live. That's where this came from. This
I didn't see that.
This title.
I saw it. Mm-hmm.
But I started out just messing with the guitar. I didn't intend to talk, but that's what it led to.
Yeah.
Kind of inspiring people, trying to anyway.
I'm with that, man. I'm with that. Because your passion, you didn't give up on it. You found a way to continue pursuing it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what changes it. That's what makes it more than just a hobby, because some people think they have passions, but they're really just hobbies. Because as soon as you get a little resistance, a little pushback, they fall back. Mm-hmm. But if it's truly a passion, you're still going to continue to pursue it, even when you hit a wall, even when you hit, some type of obstacle. Like you said, the pandemic changed a lot of things. So you didn't just, stop playing. It kind of stopped for a little bit, but you went back to it. You picked it back up. Yeah. So that's dope. I'm with that.
And that was kind of my message in my live the other day. Sometimes even with the pandemic, like I stopped because of the, I just didn't want to keep doing it because I was doing it in studio. Then pandemic happened. I had to do it online, and I just stopped. Even my daughter, she was playing the keyboard. She taking piano lessons.
Yeah.
But she didn't like doing it online, so she just put it to the side for a little bit. Then one day she said, "Daddy, I'm ready to start back." So
Yeah.
she teaches herself. You know,
Okay.
she has an ear. She's real. You know, she's real talented.
No, that's dope, man. That's
But
dope.
yeah, I always try to push it. But yeah, that's my passion. You know.
So you're creative.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to be.
Well, he's an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a form of an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, it's all. That's why I want to talk about these things tonight. You know, just see where everybody's at. You know, and try to inspire not us, each other, but you, the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Find out what is your passion, your purpose, your talents, and your gifts. So yeah. So that leads us to the next one. Gift. What are y'all gifts? Renee, what is your gift?
Oh. Wow. I don't know if
You don't know if you've tapped into it.
I don't know if I've tapped into it quite yet.
KP, we'll
Or
come back
maybe I
around.
have, and I just, I can't pinpoint it at the moment.
I'm waiting for something, but you ain't said it. But we'll go to KP. KP, what is your gift?
I would define a gift as something that is I guess you could be talentedly gifted.
Okay, hold on. Matter of fact, you hold on. My fault. My bad. But I'm gonna read it. I didn't read what it says. The definition.
Well, let's go with the definition of gift. Read.
That's what I'm read, brother. A gift is a natural, often innate ability or spiritual endowment that you were born with. It often seems effortless or divinely given.
Okay,
that's the definition. All right, that's the definition. Yeah. It's kind of hard to determine what your gift is, because when you define what your gift is, then is it really a gift? It has to be something that others have told you that you do it effortlessly and it's God-given, right?
You should know that. I know your gift without you. Go ahead. I know your gift. Go ahead.
Well, I would say that one thing that I have been gifted in is being able to listen to people and not judge and give good counsel. And I noticed that I can talk with various people and I'm very patient. And they often say you're very patient. Most people aren't. And non-judgmental and listening. And it could be the wildest of things. And so I find myself a gift. I have the gift to be able to be patient, but I'm also gifted enough to put myself in their positioning, in their mind frame and their thought. And I'm able to meet them right where they are and tap into the feeling that they're feeling about this thing that they're talking about. And I'm able to convey back to them what they can't say or they're trying to say. And I would say that is a gift that I don't work on. It just comes, as you say, from a divine place. And in order to reach that divineness in that gift is you got to be kind of tapped in, and it has to be something that's naturally that is running through you, and that no matter who the person is or what it is, that I'm still able to talk to them and listen to them and provide good counsel and just be that voice of reason for them. So I find myself being a lot of people's counselors, and and so I would say that would probably be one of my gifts. So just being patient and an active listening without judge and condemnation. So
that's good. That's dope. Yeah,
I would agree with that.
Leon, what was you gonna say?
No, I'll come back to it. Let me get Larry.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I think all of us kind of have a common denominator of being like a people person type of thing. I kind of get some of the same things you get too, KP. Is just like, oh, you listen so well. And to be honest with you, sometimes I don't care to listen to it, but it just happens. Like it being a natural gift and not working on it, you can't control it. I remember one day I was at the lake fishing, man, and this lady came up to me. She didn't even know me. She just asked, "Hey, you catching anything?" No, I'm not catching nothing. And then she proceeds to go into a life story. I didn't ask for that. Maybe I just got that face that's like, oh, I can just come up and talk to you. But it happens. I kind of get that a lot. But the only thing that makes it a little different is that I was actively working on being a better communicator, being a better person to, be more self-aware. And I think that's what it is. That was one of my gifts, as far as I had to learn how to understand myself first, and then I was able to start understanding the people around me. But ultimately, being a people person, I used to think of myself as being antisocial. When I was a kid, I always thought I was antisocial. But when I got older, I just realized those people I didn't fuck with. I mean, people I didn't mess with. I wasn't antisocial. It was just I didn't vibe with everybody, and it's okay to know that. It doesn't mean you don't hate people, you don't like them. It's just, nah, that's not my vibe. I'm not gonna go over there. But you got to be self-aware with yourself and to understand that, to point that out. So for me, same thing, kind of just being a people person, understanding where I fit at in the world. It's an internal and external thing. But yeah.
I agree with that. And Larry,
let me be clear about one thing though. Being a people person is like having magical powers, because you can use that and be a villain. And that's where a lot of manipulative people come from.
That's
people who talk to people and they're like, oh, okay, tell me more about yourself, and end up using that stuff against people. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I had a couple of run-ins like that when I was younger, as far as how do I use my people skills. And at first you kind of, you figure out what to do and what not to do. But ultimately, if you're a genuine good person, that'll shine through more than and understanding, hey, what's right and what's wrong. Do I talk to people for the negatives or for the positives? But yeah, being a people person, being a communicator is one of those things, man. It can take you far. It can take you far, in a good way and a bad way. How you ever want to use your powers for good.
That's just to put a pin in that, Larry. You're absolutely right. I got a good friend of mine used to tell me, "KP, knowledge is power, man." And I used to blow him off like, "Man, that's whatever, man. You know how long I've been hearing that." And then one day he broke it down real simple, and I was like, I said, "Boy, Art," I said, "Man, why are you always telling me knowledge is power?" Because he's watching me be friendly to people and talking to people, and he said, "I tell you, knowledge is power, because the more somebody know about you, the more power they have over you."
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And so that what you saying, people use it for wickedness or evil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I had to, and I took that as a point of life advice. And careful what you share with people.
Yeah, facts. I'm gonna tell you what I used to tell my son, my oldest son, when he was I don't know, maybe like he's about to be 16 now, but when he was probably like 7 or 8, I used to constantly tell him, I say, life is easy depending upon your level of comprehension. And that means, when you study, you learn more, you grow. But if you become stagnant, everything is going to seem dumb, going to seem stupid, going to seem like, I don't get it, I don't understand it. But when you're constantly learning and you're expanding, you're growing yourself, your comprehension becomes a lot easier. You start to understand things faster and quicker. So I used to always tell my son that, it's like how you were saying, knowledge is power. I would tell my son a different way of that. Life will get easier depending upon your level of comprehension.
Right.
Yeah. That's dope.
That's good. That's good. So my gift is singing. I would say that's my gift.
Yo. Okay. Okay.
I would say mine.
Okay, my boy Tank.
You gonna say cutting hair?
No, that's not my gift. That's not my gift, cutting hair.
That's your hobby. You make money from.
Yeah, you can learn. No, that's not a hobby. It's a job.
I think at one point it was a gift, but that's okay for it to, no longer be.
Well, reason you can't consider it a gift is because anybody can learn how to do it.
But not everybody can be great.
Right.
Yeah, now there's a couple different things that they can learn it, but it can't be great, or it's different levels to it.
But if it's a gift,
but singing, everybody, like Renee was saying earlier, she'll cheer people on even if they really can't sing. Everybody can't sing. So it's hard. It's hard to.
But to them, they feel like they can, just like a barber, right? A guy, or a woman or a barber can feel like they may be able to cut good, right?
But it's a little different, because if you practice long enough, you can learn how to cut. If you do it long enough, singing,
I mean, you
I
hire
don't know if
somebody.
that's
I mean, I ain't gonna say no
it's a
names,
little
but
different.
there's people that's been made famous that.
Yeah, but well, that comes with a whole lot of music and production and all that, but they still can't sing.
Oh yeah. I mean, we might as well say
that's what you
J-Lo.
talking about, Renee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Larry. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you might as well. Yeah.
But yeah,
All
that's
of
my
them.
gift. But and then so I was talking to a guy today. I was cutting, which is another reason I want to talk about this. Is we was talking, and we was talking about our teenage daughters and license and driving and buying cars and just different types of things. And he asked me something about a building, and I forgot how that part came up. But he was like, he asked me about a gas station. Like his thought was opening up a gas station or some kind of food mart and gas. He's from a small town, and he was riding through his small town and seeing, how you might go through these country towns, you see some of the gas stations they're not open, and so he inquired about that. He said, "Yeah, I'm trying to figure out something because he's in the medical field." He said, and I know that he's been laid off a couple times. He has a job now, so I asked him. I said these questions. I said, "What is your passion? What is your talent? What is your gift?" And he sat there for a minute. He said, that's some good questions. And he had to think about it. I mean, I hope he went home and started thinking about it.
That's real.
But I tried to give him just start right there. See, maybe that'll spark something.
I like that.
But,
because so many people, well, not even so many people, the majority of people are so stuck in a 9 to 5, the hustle and bustle every day, the routine of everyday life. Some of them forget their passions. Some of them have given up on their passions. Some of them are just like, I never thought about it. Like a boy you was talking to, like he's telling you things he want to do that already include his passions and some purpose, But it's things like this when the real questions are put on the table for a lot of people. Like these are the probing questions that people need to answer internally. Like, what do you want to do? What do you know about yourself? Like I ask these questions to people a lot of times when I'm talking to people about certain challenges and things they're dealing with, because that's like the first step. It's like, okay, you can see where you want to get to. How are you going to get there? Type of thing. And so it's like, okay, you learn a couple of these things from the beginning and start building your roadmap on how you're going to get to where you're trying to get to. Yeah. So I feel you on that, man. It's huge. And it seems like it's so simple, right?
It do, it always do.
Easy. Yeah, it seems like it's just, what's your purpose? What's your passion? What moves you? What drives you? A lot of people don't know that. They really don't,
And even with me, I had to ask myself these questions because it came from me talking on live the other day. I sat there, I started thinking to myself, what is my gift? What is my passion? What is my purpose? What is my talent?
Right. It's real questions. Yeah. It's real questions. And it might come off a little cliche, but it's not. Like it has real information and real research behind it, And I think a lot of people just kind of feel like they're stuck in the matrix and they just need to find a way to kind of break out of it. And I think sometimes is the way to do it.
And I think sometimes other people can see it. The person might not know their own talents or gifts,
facts,
or purpose themselves, but another person might can see it in them
and point it out for them. Yeah,
you can ask. What do you were going to say about KP?
Oh, I think he have a gift of. You hear he always say, just like he said when we first started, he didn't do his homework.
Right.
So he had this gift of. Even when he went straight to the Bible, the way he took the passion definition, which it's still passion, but it's different.
Yeah,
but he has a gift of, even if he didn't do his homework.
Yeah,
talking about a subject,
right,
and giving some good information on the subject.
Or what's funny?
Knowledgeable. Go ahead.
Right. You know what's funny about that, Leon? In the healthcare business that I'm in, prior to this job for about 15 years, I was over the department, like housekeeping and patient transport and all that, right? And so in my position, I would always have to give presentations about maybe these things to come, or these are the performance improvement processes, and these are the metrics that we're going to do, and this and that. Or I'm giving this on that. And what my team used to trip out on, and they still do, I won't study the the information until about, I'll have it for weeks or whatever. I won't look at the information. Now I got to go before the C-suites, the whole hospital. I won't look at the information until about 15, 20 minutes before I go on. And then I go on and talk about it and talk about these are the points that, here we are in fiscal year FY23. Then I'll just see it, then I'll remember it. And my team will be like, I don't know how the hell you do that. You go in there, don't have no information, and just talk for a whole hour about it. I'm just
that's your gift.
That's how you do it.
I can see that.
I think you own something about that because it was another homework assignment. You're right, and I just went to talking.
Yeah. Hey, but the thing is, you're still in a perpetual state of learning, bro. Like it
goes back to what you said about to your son.
Yeah,
I expand my knowledge, so therefore, life becomes easy.
Yeah, like the information flows through you, but it sticks more because you're constantly in that state of just learning. Like, oh, what's this? What's that? Like you're just perpetually curious.
You're just
I get it.
I am perpetually curious. Y'all are absolutely right. You're right. I've been told that. Because I'll engage in a conversation with anybody about anything. Because
I'm with it.
Yeah. Leon, what were you gonna say about me?
No, I can't say it yet because I don't know. We got to get this purpose and talent up, and then I'll see. But
okay.
Yeah. So you haven't figured out your gift yet.
Well, I mean, I'm a little bit blown away just thinking about what Larry said because my best friend Lang and I, we travel a lot together. And for whatever reason, people will come up to me and tell me all types of stories. Like no matter the country, the airline, at the airport, we're in Paris. We're at the Louvre. And this was when did I go to Dubai? 2022.
Flex.
And she was just like, people are always talking to you. And I'm just like, once you start talking to me, I don't care who you are. I may not be interested, but then you say something crazy. Now you got my buy-in and I'm asking you 25 million different questions. But we're at the Louvre in Paris and an Asian guy comes up and he's like, Samsung support Black people. Now my friend Lang is similar to you, Larry. She's like, she's ready. She's always ready. She little. She got a little person complex and she'll tell you, but she always ready. She looked at that man. She said, what? He looking scared because he doesn't know, he doesn't really know English. So he's trying to say it the best way possible. But he comes up and he talks to me and I tell her, I'm like, hold on. Let me figure out what he's trying to say. So I say to him, I'm like, slow down.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say? And he said, again, Samsung like Black people. I said, what? So then he called another Asian girl over, and he's like trying to tell her in his language, because remember he speaks I want to say whatever language his nationality is. He was Asian plus French, so it was like a mixture of both that he's trying to get out, but he's trying to do it and try to speak English, and it's just not working. So he tells his friend, he's talking to his friend, and then she's using Google Translate.
Okay.
So then she has me read it. It says, Samsung supports diversity. We're currently doing a commercial for a product called Moleskin. We would like for you to be in the commercial.
Okay.
So I said, at first I was like, I looked at him like, oh, absolutely not. Like, this is fraud. But then my friend Lane was like, they trying to traffic us, right?
Oh my God.
Off the taken. And I'm
like,
hold on. No. So then I was like, are you serious? I said, are you serious back? And he goes, yes. And he points and he tells me, he's like, look, I turn around, camera crew, everything. Yeah. Already over there. He pulls out from his thing, his badge that says Samsung, all of this, all his friends say Samsung. So I look at my friend, I'm like, yo, you never been to France. This is a once in a lifetime thing. Let's shoot the commercial, right? Okay. So then she was like, well, am I gonna get something free? She's still on 10. Sure. He was like, she asking, he's like, we ran out or whatever. And I'm just like,
get some baguettes
our way.
Right.
we shoot the commercial. It's a real commercial. They
That's
didn't
what's
play
up.
it, tag me and everything. And now she's like, I'm in a commercial with
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, she see the
Mhm.
vision now.
Yeah.
right. She
yeah.
a vision, but it, it's me in the end, on the commercial. I was like, look at this. They showing us. Now, not only have you been to France, you shot a commercial for a major brand on our way to Dubai. It'll never happen to you.
On the resume. Yeah. That's dope.
But
Hey, look.
because random people talk to me.
Hey, look. Next time they need to get a better communicator.
Google Translate.
Yeah, because my friend, she was ready. He looked so scared. She was ready. I'm like, this man's 6'4", you 5 feet, and you ready to fight him. But I get it.
Scrap,
Like,
little
seems
scrappy.
like black people. I said.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
All right, so that leads to purpose. The definition of purpose is the reason why you exist, your life's mission or impact, or the impact you're meant to have on the world. Key traits bigger than you, often discovered through experiences, struggles, or spiritual insight, tied to fulfillment and legacy. We'll start with Larry.
Oh yeah.
The purpose.
My purpose builds off of my passion. Like I said, helping, just kind of men get over their obstacles and challenges. But the way I do that is trying to build a modified gentleman. That's actually the purpose of my passion right there.
Come on, plug.
That's the actual idea of it. Like if it takes form, it takes body, it takes it in the form of the modified gentleman. And that goes through, sharing tips, tools, tactics, and strategies to specifically overcome challenges that people are dealing with. And it's not just for men too. It's women out there that are raising, young men, raising young boys by themselves. And that same information also helps them as well. But that's what, wakes me up in the morning and like, okay, I want to work on this today. How can I figure this out today? As a form to give back, especially from things I learned from myself, to give back, to help people, live a easier life or just have a better day. Because there are people that are struggling with stuff all across the spectrum of everything. And I'm not saying that I've dealt with a lot of things. And like I said before, I'm not the end all be all of the knowledge of trying to help men. But I also come off as, hey, tell me what you've learned so I can also learn from that type of thing. So it's a two-way street. But my purpose is trying to get to that point to where I can build that community of people that can lean on each other and help each other through challenges and things like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
Yes, sir.
KP.
My purpose, I want to say that my purpose was undefined up until I was 30. And what's changed significantly in my life was the birth of my son. And he's my first and he's my only child. And through the course of raising him, I discovered what my purpose was. And part of my purpose was to put a better product out there into this world better than I, right? Mm-hmm. In order to do that is for me to be a better person so that I can be so he can be a better person. But more importantly, pushing him in the areas where I lacked up until my age of 30, in terms of expansion of the brain, of the mind, of experiencing different things other than the one little area where you're raised. I mean, he's been able to go out of the country. He's been able to be in different rooms and things like that. But more importantly, just my purpose is to put into his mind who he is and where he came from. So nobody could ever tell him who he is and who he ain't. Yeah. And so my purpose is to just put that into him so that he can be a better product into this world than I am. And for me, that means the most. And obviously it made me have to be a better person. In order for me to produce a better product, the product has to be better. Mm-hmm. So
2.0.
Yeah. So my purpose is, man, because that my son, he watches me and he follows me. And so I'm very careful of what I say and what I do because he's watching. Yeah. And so my purpose is to for him to be KP 2.0. And so that's been my purpose.
Nah, I definitely understand that, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna need that again for Father's Day episode.
Yeah.
Coming up in like 2-3
Father.
weeks. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
That's good. That's good. Renee, what is your purpose? What do you think your purpose is?
I think it aligns with my passion of helping. Because I, and I can't even say just women only. I am the advice friend, but I'm also the tough truth friend. So, you
The voice of reason.
kind of a little bit, I'm the friend, like, if you really want to hear the truth, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing, you asked me for a reason, right? And I'm the friend that loves hard, because once I love you, I love you.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. And Leon.
Yeah, man.
My purpose is I've been doing my purpose since I started this podcast, Impel 4 podcast. Just trying to inspire people to overcome challenges and just thinking about things I've been through and went through and where I'm at now. Not perfect, but still striving.
Right.
And that's what I try to do. And I think that is my purpose. Just what I went through to share my story, inspire others, no matter what we all have different types of setbacks. Yeah. Mine is not yours is not mine. It can be health, it can be marriage, it can be losing a loved one, losing money. There's all types of setbacks. And so the thing is just to keep going and inspiring other people. And I think that's my purpose.
Facts. We need more of that.
Community.
We need more of that.
I didn't want to say it, community, because I read this Instagram post where it's like everybody who lives in Durham, the only thing that comes out of their mouth is community. So I didn't want to bring it.
Really?
Damn.
They were like,
I say the same thing.
They call it gritty chic, Durham gritty chic, because we're slowly gentrifying. You know what I mean? And they were like, everybody in Durham, all they talk about is community, while being at a brewery next door to $2,400 one-bedroom lofts.
Oh, snap. Oh, damn.
Just say you can't afford to live in Durham. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, I think community is what we all strive for, in a way, is what we pour in, whether that's giving advice to friends, young men, women, whatever, it's still to better our community.
Yeah. And then when I keep saying and I keep repeating, it's like when I came home, and as the years went by and I started learning more, it's a lot of people that I guess I kind of look at them as, I hold them to a higher standard, I guess. With me not having a GED, not graduating from high school, and I look at other people who graduated high school, got a diploma, went to college, and just hearing conversations, and I be like, you can be doing better, even like just looking at their gifts or knowing they can do certain things. I'm like, why are you doing this? Why are you not doing this?
Yeah,
it's like people are complacent.
When you start thinking people squandering their gifts.
So
degrees doesn't
very talent.
Having a degree doesn't necessarily mean success.
Nah, you're right. It don't. But I'm just looking at it from where I come from, where I've been.
Right. That's because we've been embedded. That's been embedded in all of us to do the right thing, go to school, get a degree, become a doctor, lawyer, whatever, psychiatrist, or whatever. It's been embedded in us. But we see that now, does it open the door? Yeah. But you still have to, the conversation is there. You still have to kind of close it, but it doesn't necessarily mean success.
Yeah, true.
Renee, to expound upon that, that's because it's been a lot that's been fed to us. Go to school, do this. So because we know the rules, as I said once before in the last podcast, as long as we know the rules, we messing you up, right? And know that as long as you don't change the rules. And I watched for the first time, I've been seeing this. I think the last month's report was 106,000 Black women lost their jobs right through this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And people are constantly, this is the first, and I can attest to it because I know women personally that have lost these jobs.
Mm-hmm.
It's because, like you said, and as you're doing, Black women, we were all told, go to school, get your education, be a productive member of society. You can climb the corporate ladder. It was all a lie.
It was
all right. We're starting lie because we did the work, we're doing it, we done it, and now within a matter of a keystroke, taken away.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot find and replace said income.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes back to, you don't have to be educated to be educated.
No, not at all. I have a really good friend. She's a VP at a major company in Texas, and she just has a high school diploma.
Well,
true. Yeah,
that's and that's kind of like the along the lines I'm saying. Like I see talented people and people with that I know can do things, but
so
not
you're saying you see the potential, but they're not.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right.
Wandering in talent.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at it like this: like
I mean, our president doesn't have
they're building stones, building blocks, because there are a lot of people who never discover their talent, never discover their gifts, and that way they don't even know how to start pursuing a passion so they can live inside their purpose. Like one builds to the other sequentially, just like that. A lot of these people have no clue what they're doing, so they're out there just job hunting, doing this, doing that.
Right.
And one thing that I can say, and I have always been against like the whole YouTube is an occupation thing. I never really saw it as a real job, but I know people making real money off YouTube, no lie. But for me, my whole thing was out of the YouTube and the streaming world, a lot of people really started showcasing their talents, showcasing their gifts and how to help people. Like, therapists were getting on talking to people, people learning how to grow plants and be gardeners, like, really showcasing and expressing their talents, like unrestricted, you know what I'm saying? And taking off, living in their purpose and following, pursuing their passions, So it's people that's really found the pathway to do it.
I mean, scammers. They found the pathway to do it.
She always talking about some scammers. Everybody's not a scammer, Renee.
I know everybody's not a scammer, but there's plenty of them, and they're creating ebooks.
I don't know. Okay, KP, he like to say call everybody a scammer too.
That's why we always on the same time.
There's more scamming than it is helping.
Hey, the way AI is going, y'all got to be careful.
You have to if you're trying to seek something, you have to go through 25 people to find the one that's really legit. So that's the problem.
But okay, we got to separate them.
Huh?
We got to separate them as far as people who trying to make a quick buck and people who really trying to live their purpose, though.
Yeah, you can. I think we talked about this before.
Right now, we're in a hustle society with a hustling president.
A gig economy.
I think we talked about this before about I don't know if it was with y'all or somebody else. It might have been Renee, because she was talking about what you be talking about? Got something to do with scamming. What's the other? What's the little networking things you be talking about scams?
MLM stuff.
Yeah, probably. We probably talking about that, but you can look at people.
The pyramid.
Pyramid. Yeah, but you can look at people or certain things, and you got to have a discernment for certain people. You can look at people and tell when they're genuine. Not all, but some.
It's getting tough lately.
Not all.
Getting tough lately.
Not all. Yeah, it's getting tougher. Yeah, but not all.
And some stuff through the scams, it's just misleading. They didn't scam you; they just misled you.
Or they weren't really educated on what they were doing.
A different form of scamming, right? Yeah. They provide the product to you, and they were like, "Hey, we're going to teach you how to do this and do that," and then the next thing you buy the program is nothing but modules, right?
Yeah.
And so you're like,
you're the product.
No, KP. I think we had that discussion. So when it comes to the modules, it's up to you. You paid your money, so it's up to you to go through the modules and modules and study.
But that's not what you told me.
Right. That's not what
That's not what they told you.
That's not what you told me. You told me I was going to be part of a network where we can actually ask the questions in the chats, and then we get help, and we're going to have this one, and before you know it, modules.
But another part of that too is a reason I have a hard time blaming people who scam, which is not, it is wrong, but that's when it comes to us to really do research on that person before we even initiate a payment.
You can create your own profile, your own online profile, right?
What you mean? What they got?
People create their own profile. You can be the best of the best person. You can remove anything negative about you and make everything positive. You can create these fake, people. I gave him 30,000 and I was able to get 150,000 back in a
but
week.
It's still, you still can do your research and just go on that trail and diving deeper into looking at what somebody's about.
And that's true.
Now, I think that blame is I think it's 50-50 on the scammer and the person who initiates their payment or getting involved with the person.
True. But
I think people that get scammed are people like me, because I want to believe in the human race. I want to believe in that. There's no way Larry feels good about taking $1,800 from me to show me how to do a podcast. And in my world, there's no way he feels good about it. So why would he do so? Because I know I wouldn't do it, right?
I got you,
And that's the problem. People that get scammed are not the ones who are the scammers. Don't get scammed. Y'all ever notice that?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
No, they probably got scammed. That's why they started scamming. They probably learned it.
They network.
I get it, but most scammers don't get scammed.
Because they know each other. They network.
Like it's honor amongst thieves, and
it's honor amongst thieves. You are right.
And so they call each other out, and they know each other, and so they know what it is. But poor sucker like me, who want to still believe in humanity, is like, there's no way this person feel good about doing this day in and day out, But they do.
They do, bro. They do. And they got no honor, boy. It's horrible. It's horrible.
So that leads us to the next one.
Oh goodness.
Your talent. What is your talent? Talent is a natural aptitude or skill, but it can be developed and improved over time with practice. That's what I was talking about earlier about the barbershop. So you already know what my talent is. So I'm gonna start with me since I'm talking about it already. My talent is cutting hair, barbering, cutting hair. That's my skill. So that's my talent, cutting hair. I love doing it.
Right.
One time I was falling out of love with it, but I think I'm kind of getting it back.
I feel like you're getting back slowly. You're posting pictures.
He's starting to get back to it. Yeah, he's taking pictures and posts.
I gotta tell you. Did I tell y'all why yet?
Why?
I'll tell y'all offline.
Okay.
That's messed up.
I think I dropped the bag.
Yeah.
I'll tell y'all why. Yeah.
Did you get your glasses yet? So you showcase your talent?
KP.
No, I ain't got it yet.
KP.
I ain't got them yet.
Renee, it's the 20. I know. I remember the 22nd.
KP, we are great friends.
We're gonna say that way. I didn't realize I was peeling the Band-Aid off.
It's a trigger, and you don't. Shall I send the song that was sent to me today?
Go ahead and play it.
No. Oh well,
I mean, via text message.
See, can you hear? I was just about to tell him.
Let me turn my phone up. That he chose to. So y'all don't understand. Leon Trump does some things behind the scenes that y'all don't even be knowing. Let me see. Where them glasses at? Where them glasses at?
That's actually funny. Oh my god!
I don't think y'all understand how much he torments me.
Yeah, that's crazy. How you find that? That was on point.
Well, somebody I sent it to her. That was me singing it, Larry.
That was him singing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was him using one of his gifts.
That was. And I should block him. That would be my gift, blocking.
Damn.
Oh, that would be your talent.
That's funny, man. Oh, man.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. I had to hit him with it.
Where them glasses at?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hear that song,
you know what?
Yeah.
I've never.
Oh, God. Oh, crazy.
I didn't realize that I didn't, apologies, Renee.
It's okay, KP. It's okay.
We'll talk about it offline. We'll talk about it offline.
Yeah. But he has slightly been tormenting me to
Oh boy. But yeah, once again, yeah, barber is my talent. That's my thing. I love to do it. Been doing it for 22 years now.
Okay.
Like I said, that's the definition is what I was saying earlier. It's a skill, but you can develop and improve over time. So yeah.
I love that.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's your talent? Who want to go first?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
I would say I have two. I would say interior design and fashion.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was getting to. Is I knew it would come out somewhere along here. So that's what I was talking about, Renee, earlier. Okay, so you said
well, you're a good hostess, Leon.
I can
you sit there and wait for the plot to develop, to connect, the connecting stories. Where you get good at this thing, man. With patience.
He's seen the material. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's good. She's good, and so she's one of the ones I be trying to push because she's good at it. You know, early one of the early episodes.
Give you a call, Renee. I got some. I'm trying to buy some properties and flip a couple of houses. Might need you to design a couple of things.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Maybe by the end of year. Maybe next year.
I can do renderings and everything.
Okay. So that leads me to the next question. We still with Renee.
Yeah.
Do you think you're sitting on your talent, not doing enough to do it? Do you not have enough time to do it, or what you think?
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say enough time. Mm-hmm. I love it for the moment. I don't love it enough long term, right? So
it's your talent, but not your passion.
It's my talent, but not my passion. Like I did, a couple things in my house, right? I did my office, I did my laundry room, I did my shoe room. And then next I'm going to do my bedroom, but it takes a lot out of you to, do it. And maybe because I did a lot of it, 90% of it on my own. And that's why, but if I had like a team or, help, or if I solicited help, I didn't really, it would be a better experience and I would be able to do more.
That makes sense.
I think that's why.
Yeah.
Understandable.
I see that.
Mm-hmm. But the girl is good. The girl is good.
The girl's good.
Okay.
All right. KP, what is your talent?
I don't know. I do know that part of my talent has come and gone, and that was a talent of athletic ability, of being able to play any sport and dominate in it. Most of it came to me naturally, football and basketball and baseball. Never really was coached on anything, but I can go play at the highest level. Any of it. It didn't matter what it was. I can play it at the highest levels. So I'm just naturally talented in athletic ability. Now it's gone, but nevertheless, I had the ability to look at something and mimic it. Even boxing or something like that, I could see it and I can mimic it because I had the ability to do so. And so it was basically because of my athletic talent that I had. So I was able just to kind of, most guys, if you watch certain guys that play football and you watch them swing a bat playing the celebrity softball and they look awkward as hell. That's
that ain't me, know. Or if I'm playing baseball and you see me throw a football or catch it, none of it's gonna all look fluently natural. Yeah, like you're supposed to be there. Like I'm supposed to be there. Yeah, I missed my window on that. Got cut from the teams, and now I'm figuring out whatever my next talent is. I hear that, bro. I hear that for sure.
Yeah, it'll come. You'll find it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It'll find you.
Yeah,
I hope it does.
Yeah.
Larry, for me, my talent is jack of all trades, master of none. It's kind of a gift and a curse because I can learn the basics of anything across the globe, the spectrum. I just break down enough to where I can be dangerous in a conversation, but I don't have to master it. But the reason why I say that's a curse is because you don't become a subject matter expert in any one specific field. So I've learned a lot of things over the years, just just ridiculous amounts of stuff that's not even necessary, you know. But it's just the fact of I have this ability where I can kind of get into a conversation, learn real quick. I can break it down like details and things like that. I can troubleshoot. Basically, that's what it is. I can troubleshoot stuff. But I never stick with it long enough to get to a level of mastery. So that's my thing. Jack of all trades, master of none.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna ask you the same thing I just asked Renee. As far as the modified gentleman, do you think you are doing enough with that?
I think I've gotten back into it. I kind of got burned out for a while because I was trying to do so much at one time. I got overwhelmed. So I took a step back and reevaluated, changed up my whole approach, and refound my love for it, refound my passion for it. Because I was looking at it from a technical standpoint and not from the emotional standpoint of giving, of want to put this in the world to help people. So now I'm at a point now where I've restructured it, writing new material, new content, and restarted that fire that I had for it, that I've always had for it,
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, I seen something you posted on Instagram. I said, okay, there you go. You back.
Right. Yeah.
I said, there you go.
Exactly.
That's like Baltimore. What, Randolph?
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
He's back.
Hey, that content game ain't no joke.
Yeah, it ain't. Yeah,
you gotta be consistent with it.
Burn you out.
Yeah, it will. Yeah. And it's good to, if you need that break, to take that break, like you said, to burn you out, but it's good. Yeah. It's good. It's been a good conversation. Yeah. And go ahead, KP.
No, definitely. It's been a good conversation. Basically what it does lead way to is more of us learning each other and how each other will react in certain situations and certain thoughts and certain way we move. It gives us more insight to who we are as panel friends. So it's always good to do these things, not as an exercise, but we're doing this in real time in front of everyone. Yeah. And let this be a lesson to those that may be looking, saying that, you have to borrow from my brother here, you might have a modified group of friends. And if you just spend time taking on a subject matter and let each one of these people talk, you'll learn more about your modified friend that you didn't know yesterday.
Right.
And so that'll allow you to be a better friend, better castmate, or even a better family member. It's just getting the recipe here where we were able to work through, our passion, talents, gifts, and purpose is one talk at one given time. Right. Yeah. And so that make this particular platform work really well for us. And so I appreciate hearing all of you guys' gifts and talents and all your plans and your purpose, because it gives me more insight into who you are and how you would receive certain things that we may encounter in this world going forward. So, so it's good. So I like this. I like this.
Oh yeah.
And it also gives us all just to sit and think, continue to think about our passions and purposes and talents and gifts. And even for the audience that's listening, think about it. Think about your purpose, your passion, your talent, and your gift. It's there.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's programs that were out back in the 80s and 90s when we were younger that would promote more stuff like this. You don't see nothing like this nowadays. I don't know why. It's just like back then, even like Reading Rainbow, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood was always about, pushing purpose and passion and goals and being, just a better, decent human being. But nowadays, it just, I don't know what it is, man. Maybe it's too much reality TV, too much Real Housewives or XYZ. But nobody really cares about trying to, figure themselves out. They just really just existing. You know what I mean? Like
right.
They're just doing it. Just there's no purpose. They're just doing stuff just to do stuff. Right. I see so much of that nowadays. It's like when you ask somebody, hey, what's your plans? I'm just gonna go do this and do that. Damn, you've been doing that for like the last 20 years.
Right.
Like where you got a plan to everybody's content. They just they find where they at. And I'm not saying like everybody gotta be a billionaire or something, but when you ask people just basic stuff like, what are your plans today? And it's nothing. It's the same thing they've always been doing. It's Groundhog's day in and day out for them, But then when you ask some people, like when you was talking to a boy about the gas station and stuff, like, what's your purpose? What's your dream? Like you can damn near see a spark in their eyes. That's like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you can see the gears turning.
Right.
And so, but it's the thing, like there hasn't been much of a, I guess, expression or exposure to get people to that hump, over that hump of to actually think about those questions no more. It's just, I don't know what it is, man. It's just whatever nowadays. People are just so much whatever. It is what it is. Like, nah, it ain't what it is. It's what you make it. It's what you have the power to make it something,
Right.
And so I think, Leon, like the objective of this is to drill down more, ask people more, and because too many people are just, they're comfortable at the surface level. You know what I'm saying? They're comfortable with just whatever the hell is going on top. So you just got to ask people, oh, you like doing this? Okay. Why you like doing that? How you like doing that? Like some people need that. They really need that because nobody asking them.
Right. Sometimes it takes somebody asking you to stir it up in you.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So that those things can manifest themselves. I get it. You're right.
Yeah, man. It's so many people out here, man. They head down in their phones and that's it, bro. That's it. Ain't
Yeah, the
nothing
phones
else
can be a
going on.
gift and a curse.
Ain't nothing going on. It's a distraction.
Yeah, can be that too.
Yeah, so many people out here just distracted from their purposes, from their goals, from their passion. And it's just like, because it's people I talked to back in the day from high school, and I'm like, I remember like you want to do this, you want to do that,
Really?
and like nothing ever came out of it, And it's wild. I was one of those people in high school back in the day. Like I didn't have a purpose or a passion, but I always knew like I just had this energy to keep moving forward. And so I think that's what separates a lot of people too, because you might not have in your mind what you want to do, but you need to be doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And a lot of people lack that too. They lack what the young kids say nowadays, momentum. They lack motion or momentum.
Right.
Yeah, they like motion. So I think a lot of people need that too. And shit, man, they need mental motion as well. So you know what I'm saying? But let me get off my soapbox, man. So, but yeah.
No, man.
You're saying some good stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
and it also goes along with my tagline: passion, purpose, talent, and gifts. There you have it for another episode of the Impel Forward podcast.
Yeah.
And the tag is seize the opportunity to grasp your dreams.
For sure.
Peace.